We'll start with basic etiquette. Hi, dozo. Okay. Okay, so we're going to bow to the front of our dojo. Hi, shomen ni. Rei. Hi. And we'll bow to each other. Hi, otagai ni. Rei, onegai shimasu. Okay, good. I'll use a few Japanese terms as we go through. Again, if Japanese terms is something you want to ask about, by all means put that into the questions and we'll cover some of that later on. Okay, so basic warming up sequence. Okay, feet shoulder width apart. Okay, we're going to roll up onto the toes and then roll back and lift the toes. So ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, chip. Okay, good. Squats. Just going to go halfway down to start with. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Now deeper. Ich, touch the ground. Ni, san, shi, go. Okay, good. Hands on knees, rotation. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Change. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Good. Knee raises. So we'll bring the hands up. If you can, bring your hands up to shoulder height. Bring the knee up to the hands, okay? So here we go. Left, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, chip. Good, okay. Leg raise. So we're going to bring the leg up straight, touch the toes to the fingers. So kind of bringing them up at an angle at the front, okay? Try and bring your hands up to shoulder height. From the left. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, chip. Good. Same thing again, but out in front. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, chip. Good. And hands to the side. Bring the toes up. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, chip. Good. Hands on hips, rotation. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Change. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Okay, good. Okay, we're going to reach over, go down, touch, then come up and stretch the hips back. So from the side, reach over, touch, come back and stretch. Okay, ready? Ich, hey, ni, hey, san, hey, go a little deeper, go, hey, hook, hey, shich, hey, hach, one more, hey, hey, and one more, hitch, hey, good. Okay, hands out in front, twist to the left, twist to the right. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, chip. Okay, good. Okay, jump up to the head and look to the left, look to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Chin down, forward, then chin up backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ear to shoulder and opposite. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, ju. Good, good, good. Okay. Take your right hand, relaxed, just massage, just hit gently from top of the neck down to the shoulder and back up again. Okay, other side. Just use the flesh of the hand to massage. Okay, good. Okay, rotations. Okay, we'll rotate the arms. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Back. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Okay, good. Left leg forward. Rotate the right arm, vertical arc. Get it as close to vertical as you can, okay? So really going to relax that shoulder joint. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Back. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Okay, good. Right side forward, left arm rotate. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Okay, good. Okay, elbows. Rotate forward. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. And back. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Shake off the wrists. Okay. Good. Okay. Okay. I'm going to jump into a sequence of exercises which are called Kiso Tanren. This is something that's devised by Nagamine Shoshin, the founder of Matsubayashiryu. And these are all designed to build up core skills. Okay, so as we go through these, I'll talk through the skills that we're working. I just try and copy and follow along. Hopefully everybody's still following along and everybody's good. I'm just going to jump into the gallery view and see how you guys are doing. Perfect. Okay, great. Okay, so from Kyotsuke, which is our kind of standing at attention, okay, we're going to go to Kibarachi. Kibarachi in Japanese is a horse riding stance. This is a parallel stance. The toes should be pointing forwards. Okay, slightly bend your knees and drop your center down a little bit. Okay, try and keep your posture straight, yes? So leaning forward or backwards, yeah? Okay. From here we're going to sweep, sweep. Okay, so we're just going to sweep the foot up at the knee. Okay, try to avoid stepping, okay, carrying the weight across. We'll try and keep that weight centered, sweep and land with control. Land with control, yeah? Okay, so from the left, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, chip. Okay, that's good. Okay, when we do this, you kind of have a couple of options about where the foot goes. Either kick in front of your other foot, or you can kick the inside of your knee or inside of the upper leg there, just because it's a kind of form of conditioning. Okay, so we're going to do 10 more. Hai. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, chip. Hey, good. Same movement, we're going to come up in front, but focus on the stamp. So we're going to focus on what's called fumikomi in Japanese, or the stamping movement, okay? Pull up and stamp with the ball of your foot, not the heel. Yeah, ball of the foot hits first. The heel should be like a spring. Yeah, very, very lightly touching the floor. Right, just keep that sort of heel very, very lightly, like a sheet of paper off the floor. Yeah. Hey, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, chu. Hey. Good job. Okay, great. Okay, from here, I'm going to throw in an additional exercise, which is scoop kick. So here, okay. So in our kata, particularly in our naihanchi kata, is one of our forms, we have these kind of movements where we are moving through in what looks like a cross-step movement, right? Cross-stepping and moving into this, again into this posture, cross-stepping, moving into this posture. So one of the potential applications for this, or one of the skills that we build doing this, is the sometimes called like a jam kick or a stop kick, sometimes called a scoop kick. So we're just going to work that to the front, okay? But I want you to throw it in the same way that you threw the feet up, hopefully, right? So the knee is fairly relaxed, and you're throwing the foot like you're throwing a ball, right? Almost like a slingshot. Yeah, so it's, rather than it being an iron bar, it's more like a We're throwing the foot like a slingshot, okay? So you want to try and relax the knee a little bit and allow the natural elasticity in the legs to throw the kick out, but also then to the kick to come back to your natural position, your standing position. Try and come back to that same posture, that same width, and that same location every single time, okay? So, 10 repetitions, going from the right. And we're going to kick to the front. Imagine you are stop kicking somebody's shin there in front of you, okay? Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach, kyu, chup, ay. Okay, good, good. Hey, ja. Okay, great. Okay, just turn the feet out to a position we call jigotai. So now the feet are going out at like a 45-degree angle. Bring the hands together. Okay. The point of this next exercise is to stretch and strengthen the connecting tissue in the wrist, elbows, and shoulders. So we want to be relaxed and allow the hands and arms to actually stretch and then bounce back using the natural kind of elasticity and springiness in the connecting tissue. Okay? So try to drop any strength from your shoulders, any tension. We'll start with fist, going to go out to this position and come back to this position. I tend to go left over right and then right over left, yeah? Just to alternate, okay? Other people do this, it doesn't really matter that much. But what matters is the point of the exercise is to really work the connecting tissue, okay? Okay, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach, kyu, chup. Good. Okay, we're going to go again. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach, kyu, chup. Ay. Good. Okay, now we're going to work forwards. So from the side, the movement's going to look like this. Like a double back fist, rolling back into a sort of a kamae or a ready position. Again, the objective is to stretch the connecting tissue. So don't be too tense, try to relax. Throw forward and then roll back into yoi. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sit, hach, kyu, chup. Hey. Good, good, good. Okay, let's work that one more time. This time, try to throw from the center of your body. Okay, so try to start the movement from your center mass and project it through your arms. So the arms again become like slingshots. Yeah? Okay, right. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sit, hach, kyu, chup. Ay. Good. And come back always to a relaxed position. Yeah. Try to remove any tension from what you're doing, apart from the point. And in this exercise, really we're just trying to stretch. But if we were striking, for example, like this, yeah, it would only be just at the point of contact where we put tension in. Everything else will be relaxed. Okay, so that's the principle. Oh. We've lost connection. That's annoying. Come on, come on. Oh.
Recording in progress.
We're back. Sorry about that. We had a little glitch in the internet there. Can you guys see and hear everything okay? I'll unmute. Sorry, I'm muted here. It's muted me. Can you hear me okay now? All good? Yep. Okay, let's carry on. Glitch in the matrix. Right. Okay. Next movement. We're going to go from across, down, drop, drop. Okay, so the arms are crossing and then rotating as you pull in, and then rotate out as we drop down. Yeah? Okay, drop your center as you do this. Yeah, so it's both, it's a downwards diagonal movement. Okay? Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach, kyu, jup. Okay, and come up. We're going to do another set of those. We do the next set. Again, try to initiate the movement from the body. So the body is going to pull down. Yeah. Okay, let's try that again. Hey, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, jup. Okay, and relax. Good. Okay. Next movement. Again, go to kibadachi and bring the hands up into guard position. Sometimes it's called Moroto Uke or double guard or two-handed guard. Really, this is sort of think of this as a default, one of the default positions. From here, we can do a lot of different things. So you'll notice that my elbows are not out wider than my body, tucked in. Yeah. Structurally, imagine that you have to push or indeed catch something heavy. Yeah, if your elbows are out, really difficult to do, right? So I want to bring the elbows in and support them sort of by the body, right? So the body's behind. However, the elbows are not touching the body, yeah? We need to keep this space which approximates to about your fist, the width of your fist, between the body and your elbow, yeah? Okay. Stance, parallel, bend your knees. Try and feel grounded. Grip the floor, okay? Good. So from here, we're just going to bring the arms down and bring them back out to that position. Very relaxed movement to start with. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, jup. Right. Good. Good. Again, the feeling that we want to have here is that the hand is a weight and we are kind of throwing it across the body and it's snapping back to its original position. Yeah, so rather than using strength, yeah, like an iron bar, think of this like a weight on the end of a flexible cord or strip. Yeah. So, but be careful not to allow the arms to go any wider than shoulder width. Right. There's no need for that. In fact, we don't want to open up our guard. Yeah. So this stops there at shoulder width. Okay. So we get that kind of snappy feeling. Yeah. Let's try that again. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, jup. Good. Okay. Good. Okay. One arm down and keep one up. So we're covering Chudan, center section, and our lower section, essentially from our belt down through the groin. Yeah. Okay. From here, we're going to cover our center line, particularly with the upper arm. Cover center line, and then change. Cover center line, and change. Cover. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, jup. Good. It's important here that you protect your center line, yeah? So you're not just kind of swapping an upper position for a lower position, yeah? The point of this is that we're covering the center line. If we were to add a little bit more body movement to this, a little bit of a tai sabaki or body shifting based on the idea that somebody's attacking our center line, then it's going to look a little more like this, right? Here, and a little more like this. Yeah, so we're going to be moving, not only moving off the line of attack, but controlling the incoming, yeah, and then transferring to either counterattack or control further. So in our basics, yeah, we don't do the leaning so much, but that's the feeling. Yeah, that's where we're going with this, right? Yeah, we just need to be able to get this efficiency in changing our hand position and get us used to the hands. Another thing that's important is that the hands aren't pulled in here. Yeah, they're forward. So these movements are attacking movements. Yeah, if we think of them as attacking is the best form of defense. Yeah. So while they are parrying movements, yeah, they're parrying in order to make space to attack, or indeed just counter-attacking through the line and the space that's available that the opponent has given us, right? So the hands not pulled back, but forwards. You should be keeping like a 45-degree angle or a 90-degree angle on the arm, but the arm out at 45 degrees to the body. And this one too. This one attacking, low, groin, sweeping. Yeah? Okay, so let's do that movement again. Ichi, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shichi, hachi, kyu, ju. Right, okay, let's bring the hands in to the hip. We're on our left hip at the moment. Okay, so your hikite, your pulled hand, should be just about level with your belt. Yeah, and your other hand is going to sit above that, so it's just above my belly button. Okay, my stance is square, and I'm not going to twist and compromise my lower base here. Yeah, I'm going to move from my torso, from my center as much as possible. Try to maintain this stance and minimize the amount of rotation, particularly in the what's going to be the back leg. Yeah, so when we rotate, try to keep this stability as much as possible. We're going to do this slow to start with. Okay, so from left hip, rotate. Imagine you're holding a ball. Yeah, you're going to hold the ball and then just stretch out a little bit more and then catch the ball again. Yeah, rotate and stretch. Ichi, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shichi, hachi, kyu, ju. Good. And one more set. Ichi, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shichi, hachi, kyu, ju. Right. Good. Okay, and relax. Good. Okay. A couple more exercises, and then we're going to take a break, and then we can take any questions you have at this point. Okay, so we're going to look at shuto. So shuto means knife hand, and this generally is a forward guard position. Also is an attacking position as well. Yeah. So the forward hand, the blade of the hand, is forward on my center line, shomen. Yeah. Okay. My body has moved from being facing to 45 degrees. So now I'm bladed. Okay. Toes pointed forward. Okay. In some styles, there's a sort of 90-degree stance here, but for us, we're going to keep that rear leg also roughly pointed forward, so probably about 45 to 30 degrees. Okay. So from here, this is the default stance, shuto. We're going to pull that back across the body and snap it back to this front line. Pull, snap, pull, snap. Ichi, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shichi, hachi, kyu, ju. Good, and change. Right side forward. As much as possible, use your hips to move your arm. Yeah. So right now, I'm not pulling my arm across my body. Right. I'm not closing myself down. This is a very weak position. Yeah, you can be easily trapped here. Yeah. So I'm moving, and keeping relatively my arm and my body in the same position. So I'm moving from my hip. Yeah. So ichi, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shichi, hachi, kyu, ju. Good. Let's go back to the left stance. So with shuto, we can be hitting with a lateral type movement, yeah? And this will be useful, for example, for hitting into lateral targets, like the side of the neck, for example, the carotid artery, that sort of thing, yeah? Like this, yeah, this kind of movement. You can see that it's kind of well positioned to hit that. But also, we can use this as a push. So actually more of a push, pushing with the palm of the hand, or rather that sort of area of the hand. And this is sometimes talked about as atifa, yeah, where we are pushing. Right. So now I want you to do the same shuto movement, but try to go for more of a forwards push with the palm heel. Okay. Ichi, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shichi, hachi, kyu, Shoop. Good, and change. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, chup, hai. Okay, now ready? Okay. Okay, next movement. You hit with the other side of the hand. Yeah, so this is shuto. From here, we're going to hit with the knuckle. Yeah. So from here, なんていう日本語で忘れた。haito でしょ? So we're going to, yeah, this is haito, right? So shuto this side, haito this side, and here rotate and in here. Yeah. So we're hitting with this knuckle. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, jup, hey. That side. So again, targets that we'll be hitting would be the side of the head or the neck, for example. If we were hitting laterally, if we were hitting from the front, it would be targets on the front of the face, for example, or the back of the head. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, jup, hey. And relax. Okay, good. Okay, we're going to take a short break there, and then we'll come back and go into more basics and fundamentals with a little more look at the dynamics. Okay, so kyotsuke. Hey. Yes. Let's take a 1 or 2 minute break. Hey. Okay. So, what hopefully you've realized in what we're training here and the way we're training is there's a lot of snapping and whipping type power generation in Matsubayashiryu karate and in Shorinryu karate in general. Essentially, yeah, we're looking for an efficient way to generate power at short distances with minimal effort, right? And so we're working around the core of the body, the strongest part of the body, which is the center of the body. Yeah. This should extend to every movement that we do in our karate. So even the simplest movements, we should try to connect them to our core as much as possible. So what we're going to do is look at Jodan, Chudan, and Gedan, right? So these are universal movements, at least in terms of karate. Yeah, almost every, as far as I'm aware, everything I've seen, every system of karate has these fundamental positions, Jodan, Chudan, Gedan, okay? Of course, there are many, many different interpretations, ways of using them, but let's just look at this framework, particularly in the context of generating power from the body and doing that in a fairly relaxed way. So, okay, so Jodan Uke, okay, so here, upper position, yeah, okay, just warming up with the change, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, ju. Good. So do it very relaxed now, okay? So try to drop any tension. Allow the arm to almost just drop through gravity. So the elbow drops down through the center. Yeah, and this tucks in and is replaced by the other hand coming up through the center and then rotating at the end. The only tension should be right at the end at the top, and then you should immediately relax that again. Okay, so ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, ju, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, ju. Good. Okay. When we move, yeah, this is like there's a counter and a rotation, yeah? So as this one pulls down, this one projects up. As this one drops through gravity, yeah, and the hip pulls back, the other one is propelled up. And this position should be, it's almost more like punching to our diagonal, yeah? ミット取ってくださいね。一つ。あ、小さいですよ。うん、そう。Yeah? So, Well, people generally are thinking about blocking and stopping stuff, right? So you tend to get more of these sort of lifting type movements to try and, lift something out of the way. That's not really effective, as you will know if you've tried to actually use that against somebody with any strength, or this lifting motion doesn't really work, right? The shoulders just don't work that way. They're not that strong that way. But here, as if we are punching, it should feel like I'm punching up to here. Yeah, so when I come up, it's a punching movement, but just projected a little bit further forward. The same twist is happening at the end. And then on the other side, same. Yeah, here, this snap at the end. And the snap is what generates the movement at the end and the rotation. Yeah? Okay, so one more time. We really want to work on putting the body behind the snap. The path there is through the center and then rotation at the end, like a punch. It's ni, san, shi, go, rock, shits, hats, kyu, ju. It's ni, san, shi, go, rock, shits, hats, kyu, ju. Good. Excellent. Good. When we're doing this, keep those knees soft. So while the power is projecting up, we don't want to stand up too tall, yeah? We want to keep that base. Because actually when we're using these movements, very often what we're doing is ducking under. So just like a power lifter, when they're lifting, they drop underneath the weight. It should be the same feeling. Very often when we're using these Jodan movements, what we're doing is going underneath the guard or driving up through. So it's a coordination of controlling the center, which can be dropping, as well as the arms. Okay, let's just practice that. I'd just like to see if you guys have got that. So let's do 20 more repetitions. Don't go too strong, not so much strength, but try and get the unified movement, so that the movement is coming from the hip, but as it comes up, you can be dropping the weight as well, Okay, so ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shits, hats, kyu, ju. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shits, hats, kyu, ju. Good, okay. Fantastic. So if we look at, look at a sort of a sample application of that movement. Yes, I know. So if it's a larger opponent against a defender, then it's probably more natural that they will end up going underneath the other person's attack or underneath the other person's guard. But that notwithstanding, if we go back to the idea that Jodan Uke is projecting forward as if we were punching, then that gives us another interpretation, right? When a punch comes, we can fend off, right? Fend off, and we want to parry off, right? We don't want to end up being stuck behind the line of attack, right? We're going to parry off, So one more time, parry off, right? Like this. But we want the hand to be forward in an attacking position. Ideally, we find a way to counterattack. It might be the case that the counterattack comes up as the second Jodan Uke movement. So here, and the second movement comes up through in the counterattack. This also then can be attacking underneath here, which is in Kata when we see this, this kind of thing, right? That's essentially a very, very similar movement, right? The fend off in the entry looks like Jodan Uke, but as I come through and hit, I stand up, yeah? I stand up, yeah, and we end up with the attack on the elbow, the elbow break or the elbow wrench, yeah, like this position. So I'm fending off and then counter-attacking, for example. Okay, but let's look at another example. Okay, so again, fending off, coming in and grabbing. Yeah, so I'm going up through to grab, and from here looking then for the takedown. Yeah, so bring you back onto camera. Yeah, come in there, mechanic. Yeah, so fending off, driving up through here. Yeah, 1, 2, and gripping. So in this case, yeah, I'm gripping the neck, but it's the same fundamental structure that I'm using in Jodan Uke, right? So here, here, right? And when I come up, then I'm going to come down, yeah, to bring down, yeah? So this movement here. In Kata, from Jodan Uke, we often then see a dropping movement into Gedan Barai. Right? So we often have a high catch or a high hit followed by a dropping movement, right? This kind of thing, right? Go high and then attack low. Several of our Shorinryu kata have exactly that combination. Yeah, Jodan Uke, and then changing the angle and going into Gedan Barai. Right? This is analogous to what we just did there. Yeah, so there's something to think about. Okay, so we're going to move on. Jodan Uke has, really it's a fundamental defensive position. Okay, once we're comfortable with this being a parry, yeah, a parry, yeah, and then a counterattack, then the next step is to turn the parry and the attack into one movement. All right, we'll come back to that a little bit later on. But with all of our karate, essentially that's what we're looking for. Although uke, blocking, bad translation, receiving a better translation, uke has become a kind of fundamental part of karate. Actually, we sort of want to move past uke. This is a difficult thing to do, it requires a lot of skill and practice, but when uke and counterattack become the same thing, then you truly have a structural advantage on the attacker. Yeah? If you're working at the same pace as the attacker, attack, defense, attack, defense, attack, defense, right? You're not really achieving a timing or a structural advantage. Whereas if your attack and defense is one, then you immediately achieve a structural advantage and a timing advantage. So a very useful phrase, which I learned from a very good friend of mine, kobo itai, attack and defense are one. But let's move on, we'll come back to that. Okay, so we're going to go back to Chudan Uke. Chudan Uke. Chudan Uke. Okay, so we're going to slow down, just do the basic movement. So, hand at shoulder height. Okay, again, arm at 90 degrees, 90 degree bend. Okay, from here, again, cover center line, bring the other hand through and replace on the other side, yeah? Don't go wider than the shoulder. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, chi, ju. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, chi, ju. Good, good, yeah. So covering the center line with the forward guard or the forward weapon, right? This can be a cover or it can be a strike. Yeah, so ich. And from here, using muchimi, so stickiness, sliding up the arm, and then that snap at the end. And again, the snap can be the heavy hand weighting down the other person's guard, or the hit into an available target. Yeah. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, ki, ju. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, ki, ju. Good, good, good. Okay. Okay, so if you have a partner to work with, I want you to just we're going to run a partner exercise to kind of work on this, what we would call muchimi, this kind of stickiness and snappiness in these movements. If you don't have a partner, just bear with us. Hopefully that's something you can take away and practice with a partner afterwards. So, okay, okay, so the partner is going to give me a framework to work around. Yeah, it's the basic position that we were doing in our basics just before the break. Yeah, I'm going to work inside that. He's going to be my wooden man, right? So he's going to stay still, and he's going to have like that kind of spring in there. Yeah, I'm going to work around to the outside. Yeah, then inside to the center, and then around to the outside. Okay. So let's turn the angle just a little bit, right? So if I start on the inside, yeah? Okay, I'm going to go right under left to the outside. Then left back to the center, and then left again to get to the outside, my right side. Yeah? Inside, outside. I'm using suriashi, sliding feet. So I'm not stepping, closing my stance, or stepping across yet. Slide, slide. Slide, 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 slide. Okay, and I don't want to lose contact here. So I'm not pulling my hand back and then catching again, yeah? I'm keeping this positive weight here, yeah? Positive weight. I'm not pushing, but I'm not collapsing either, yeah? So I'm keeping the weight here so that my signal to him remains constant. Yeah, if I change my signal, then he has a space or the opportunity to do something, right? My signal remains constant. Yeah, and I keep my signal constant. And I try to minimize the change in signal and weight. Okay, so that's the exercise. Shunboku-san. Good, okay, MA, thank you. So, we're going to build on that. Okay, so now I'm going to work on more the stickiness, but also then changing my angle. Yeah. So, from here, as I move in, rather than staying flat to him, I'm going to pivot so that I can see his ribs. Yeah, and if I can see his ribs, I can hit his ribs. Yeah, now I'm at 45 degrees to his line. I go back to the front. When I go this way, as soon as I get to here, I can rotate around this point. And I rotate from the hips, and I can strike. Ideally, this will all happen in one movement. But for now, we can break it down into two. So I come back to the center, 45-degree rotation, which puts me easily in range to hit his hips. If I stay at parallel to him, yeah, I'm having to stretch, right? So center, face, 45, just touch. 45, pivot, touch, pivot, touch, pivot, touch, pivot, touch, pivot, and hit to the ribs, okay? Hai, onegaishimasu. So one thing to be careful of when you're doing this is not to lose that parallel stance, right? The feet should be maintaining their relative distance. Don't allow the feet to start to go out too wide, for example. Don't slide too big, yeah? Slide and bring the hip in. Slide and bring the hip in, yeah? Slide and bring the hip in. So you're maintaining your stance and your balance. Okay, MA, good. Good. Awesome. Okay, so let's build on this, yeah? Okay, as we move around, I'm going to go to the outside. As we move here, we're in punching range. But what we want to do is hit and then come through and stretch. So 1, 2, 3. So this looks like 2 punches, right? We're not doing this, pulling the arm down and trying to wrench the arm that way. No. Okay. Let's see what's the best angle to show this. Maybe more like this. Yeah. As I move around, I'm still going to go for the hip, but then I'm going to drive through. Yeah. Yeah. With the rising punch. The rising punch. This rising punch is characteristic of Tomarite Karate. We don't have time to go into all of that kata today, but this is one of the characteristics of our karate, is this rising force generated from the body, the same way that we generate Jodan Uke-like positions and movements, right? So one more time. Okay. Right. As I move in here, I'm in a position to hit, and I'm going to drive through, right? Okay. Just be a little bit careful of your partner's joints, but this is the position I'm looking for. Okay? And then I go back to my center, same. It's knee, it's knee, it's knee, it's knee. Without him, looks like Gyakuzuki. Yeah. Okay? Let me take this. Okay. じゃあ、change. そうそう。中から。パンチそう、それ。はい。Okay, MA, good. Okay, so right now we're doing this 2 beat, right? We're going 1, 2. But actually, we want to combine this into 1 strike. Yeah, that glances off the ribs and just continues through and smashes up through the elbows, right? So 1 here. Yeah, this one. So we're hitting through the ribs and ending up in this position. Yeah? It's here, yeah, glancing through and ending up underneath, right? So ideally, we want to work on the angle and the timing so that this becomes 1 strike. But we want to use this framework, and let's so we use this framework, move on, right? So we've been working on the outside, but now we're just going to go back and work on the inside. So this movement here, this really illustrates short movement, okay? So we're just going to build on what we've done so far. Okay, so Ichi, Ni, San, right? Likely, if you do this, his other hand's going to come and look to hit or defend, so we're going to cover that hand. As we move back inside there, back inside the framework, right, we then can hit, okay? If we hit with the hand, this hand will come up to defend. Hit here, hand comes up, and then cover here and drive through. So we've gone from the outside to the inside, and then back to the outside, right? Yeah. So ich, ni. This is where we got to before. I'm going to cover that one just in case. Then roll back inside. Yeah. Continue to hit, encouraging him to bring this one through, and then drive through to attack this elbow too. So we end up attacking both elbows, yeah? Ich, ni, san, she, here, okay? So we've gone 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah? So let's look at that transition again. So underneath, yeah, cover, hirari, hirari de, hirari de. So, これで、こうした、外、そうそうそうそう。
こっちはこういう来るものだとして感覚。
So we're working off a natural reaction here. If we find ourselves on the inside, then as we hit across the jaw, so from here, yeah, just hit, right? Hit or slap, hit or slap. This is this, right? It's this first movement here, yeah? We find ourselves on the inside, then hitting here is immediately available to us. You can see that when I do this, I'm still broadly weighting and controlling this arm, his right arm, yeah? But this one I give a path to open. It's likely that he's going to try and hit me or guard, so I'm going to roll up using stickiness, bring that over, and continue the movement to hit here. Let's turn around this side. Right, so same thing, let's look again, right? Right, I've gone here, right, boom, here. This one, roll in, yeah? This encourages this one to come through, and I roll, yeah? And then from the hip, move to hit and attack the elbow. So this, ich, knee, ich, knee, yeah. So this movement, it's a little more like Goju-ryu style karate, to be honest. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, which is not a bad thing. But this stickiness is something that's common in all of our karate styles. Okay, and the short hit, right? So from here, when we're thinking, we should be thinking this is a hit. Yeah, this here, this. Yeah, hit and cover, hit and cover, and that puts us then in a position to then use the next move. Okay. We looked at Jodan Uke position. We looked at Chudan Uke position. Let's just take a look at Gedan Barai. Gedan Barai. Okay. Right. Gedan Barai shimashou. Right. Okay. So Gedan Barai. Again, parallel position. Yeah, we're just going to drop our hands down. So the hand now is just basically down just below the belt, right here. So from here, down, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, juk, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, kyu, juk. Good. Okay, if we break this down, take a little more of a look at it. So this one's coming across here, yeah? Covering, and sweeping down. Covering, sweeping down. So again, this kind of slipping movement, yeah? Covering, sweeping down. Covering, sweeping down. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. So the hip drives this across the body. The hip drives across the body and then pulls down. Ni, san, shi, go, rok, shits, hats, kyu, ju, ju. Hi. Okay, good. Okay. Good. All right. So, important points with this one, yeah, is that Gedan Barai is not about just blocking something that's happening down here. Yeah, Gedan Barai literally means sweeping down to the low position. Yeah, not sweeping things that are necessarily down in a lower position, right? So while we can use Gedan, these kind of Gedan type movements for blocking kicks, for example, strategically, tactically, it's not necessarily a good idea to drop our guard down. Yeah, we want to be able to keep our guard up. Yeah, so the use of Gedan Barai, yeah, is not necessarily for blocking things that are just happening down here, right? Right. What we work on is the sweeping movement. Yeah, the sweeping across, which is uke, which is catching and feeling, yeah, and then the sweeping down, yeah. Here, here, yeah? So one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can you turn your microphone off, please? Can you mute your mic, please? Thank you. Okay, good. Okay, so when we're looking at Gedan Barai, we're going to look at this in combination. So as a 1-2 movement. 1, 2, yeah? So that we parry and then move to the outside. Parry and then move to the outside. Parry and then move to the outside. Parry and move to the outside, okay? Chudan. So actually what we're going to do is work against a liver shot, right? Against a low shot. So kind of against a shot into the ribs. So here, this is intuitive for blocking down and sweeping. Yeah, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay? So, uke, change, yeah? Uke, change. Uke, change. Uke, change, right? When I'm doing this, I'm using a little bit of taisabaki to change, yeah? Taisabaki to change, yeah? So one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? So, just take a minute to practice that. Okay? Shouldn't even to go sign. So you can see these guys. So here, yeah, and then moving off around that movement, yeah. So the guard, and then moving off around that movement, yeah. Guard, moving off around that movement. Guard, moving off around that movement, yeah. So attacks coming in here, and pivoting using nekoashidachi or cat stance around that. Here, pivoting around, yeah. So the timing here, timing and the use of body and the positioning of the body is really important. So you can see these guys working through that, right? So there's a softness. Yeah, when the strike is coming in here, we don't want to move into it, right? So you're moving into force on force, right? So there's a softness there, a kind of catching, yeah, and pulling the body away from that strike, and then rotating around that point of contact. Yeah. So the instinctive thing to do when somebody's coming in to hit you is to try to move away and guard it, right? That's natural movement, right? But then what we want to do is continue on that and rotate around that to get to the outside of their arm. Yeah. If you move into a big strike, yeah, you're just going to make it stronger. You're going to amplify that strike, that force. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, so again, there are many, many different applications of this low sweep position, whether that's from a zenkutsu, a forward stance position, or whether we've done it more from a nekoashi type position, which is actually what we do more in our basics in Matsubayashiryu. Okay, so at this stage what I want to do is, because we've looked at these basic positions, Jodan, Chudan, Gedan, is look at our first kata, Fukyukata Ichi. Some of you guys are familiar with this, but Fukyukata Ichi really gives us the framework with which to practice all of these basic positions. What we need to do in that, once we've got that framework down, is then to use that to upskill in terms of being able to apply the body mechanics that we've looked at today in this seminar. So what we're going to do is run through that kata, and although the objective of the seminar is not to spend all the time teaching kata, we're going to try and, it's a fairly simple kata, so we're going to run through it several times, see if we can pick up the pattern, and then look at the points in the kata where we can apply the skills that we've been working on. Yeah. Okay. So the kata is called Fukyukata Ichi, and okay. We'll just run it here first. Just if you know the kata, please work with us. If you don't know it, just watch it first, and then we'll run through it again afterwards together. Okay. So kyotsuke. Right. Yoi. Just bring the hands together. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Rok. Shich. Hach. Kyu. Chu. Ich. Ni. San. Hey. Shi. Go. Rok. Shich. Hach. Kyu. Chu. Hey. Okay. So we're going to run that again. Slowly, we'll step through it technique by technique for those of you that don't know the kata. Okay, kyotsuke. So yoi means ready in Japanese. It's kind of the first position. In this case, we're just going to put our left hand on top of our right hand and hold that relaxed, but just in front of our groin. Yeah. So at the moment, no tension. I'm going to step to our left, 90 degrees. And as we step, chamber the hands. I'm going to drop the weight down into that low sweep position, Gedan Barai. So from here, drop, I'm going to drop down into the stance. Then step forward and hit Chudan in the center. So right hand Chudan. Pull that hand back, step back, and turn 180 degrees and low sweep the other direction. Good. Step through, left, and punch. Pull that hand back, chamber, step to the front, and low sweep, Gedan Barai. Step up, and Chudan ski, center strike. We need to repeat that one more time, Chudan. And again, Chudan. Good. From here, we're going to turn, this time turn from our pulled hand, our hikite, so pull to our left. Turn, diagonal back corner, and low sweep, Gedan Barai. Then step through and do the rising block, Jodan Uke, rising Uke. As we did in basics, allow gravity to pull that down through the center and then pivot 90 degrees to the right, Gedan Barai. Then step up, and again, rising block. From here, we're going to pivot just 45 degrees and punch with our right hand to the rear. Left foot forward, right hand punch. Wait. Step and punch to the center. Step and punch. One more time. Step and punch. Okay. From here, pull that left hand in, the punching hand, turn, and do low block to the front corner, front left corner. Step up and strike, face height, Jodan Uke, Jodan ski. From here, pull in, pivot to the right corner, and low sweep, Gedan Barai. Step up, and Jodan ski. High punch to the face, level, and then come back and finish. Okay. So if we count these moves, there are exactly 20 moves. There should be a count of 20 on this kata. It's kind of like your checksum. Yeah. And you see that it essentially mirrors itself, left and right. Yeah. Typically what we do to the left, we also do to the right. Yeah. So if you learn sort of 3 or 4 fundamental patterns in it, then you've got the kata. Okay? So, let's start again. Right, kill skip. Right? So we're going to go left low block and step and right punch. Ich, knee. And then turn, right low block, left punch. Ich. Then to the front, go. Right, and then punch. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's repeat that sequence again. So for those of you that know the kata, now you can really work on really employing the hip, using the koshi, the hips, and dropping the weight in and using body movement to generate the movement. Okay, so what I mean by that is, okay, from here, yeah, using the hip to move first, yeah, which pulls the hand down with it. So we're not moving the hand first and the body goes with it, it's the opposite. Right, from here, closing, and then pulling from the hip, yeah? Okay, but let's go through that first part of the kata again, okay? So ready, you all right? Ich, ni, san, turn, shi, go, rok, shich, hach. Good, okay. We'll continue from there. Turn, kyup, chup, rising up. Ich, ni, san, hai, shi, go, rok. Okay, turn and to the front left corner, low sweep, then step, high punch. Turn, step, high punch. Right. Right. Okay. Let's look at that, the second half of the kata, particularly in focus. Okay, so change orientation, but what we want to look at is from here, gyakuzuki, yeah? So we've done the beginning of the kata, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Turning here, rising block, yeah? Turning, rising block, and then dropping into this gyakuzuki. So this movement we talked about when we were doing rising before, yeah? Using the hip and driving up. Here we use the hip to pull and propel the other hip forward. Yeah? From here, 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 yeah? So we'll try and connect the rising movement with